A shark fin is a sinister reminder to humans that the ocean remains a wild and untamed domain.
Throughout history, whether it be from old sailors' tales or Hollywood blockbusters, sharks have been portrayed as bloodthirsty killing machines. While the predators are usually things to be feared or avoided in games, Maneater turns the tables and is all about becoming a monstrous bull shark. Its objectives can quickly start to feel repetitive, but Maneater wonderfully captures the feeling of being a ferocious killing machine, wreaking havoc on human society. Maneater is an open-world RPG that's all about causing chaos. It's a fairly short outing, with the final playtime wrapping up around 11 hours with 100% completion. However, for what it's going for, the length feels appropriate and doesn't overstay its welcome.
Oh, look at them teeth! Oh, she gonna make quite a mantelpiece!
The story is presented in a clever way as a reality TV show that follows a shark hunter named Scaly Pete, who serves as the antagonist. Throughout your journey, you see brief snippets of the show, filling you in on what Scaly Pete is up to. There's also a narrator that provides commentary on what you're doing, adding to the TV show feel.
Oh, how your mama in there? Whoa, but why'd you do that? So I can identify next time I see her, when I spear her.
The tiny pup responds with an instinct for survival.
You never want to turn on the camera.
Things start small, beginning with you as a tiny pup, but as you complete objectives and level up, you grow in size. The world is divided into 8 zones, and like your shark, areas start small and slowly expand. The first location, Hinck Bayou, is a relatively limited area made up of shallow waters and smaller creatures like catfish, while later settings connect to the ocean with huge prey to hunt like whales. Even though you spend most of your time underwater, Maneater does a good job making each location feel different, with areas like a murky, trash-filled lake to fancy resorts along the coast. Since this is an RPG, character progression also plays a role. Leveling up not only improves your stats, but increases the size of your shark, allowing you to access new areas. Additional equipment can be collected like shadow teeth, which increases your damage and has a life-stealing effect. And there are organs that add passive effects like increased health or faster swim speeds. Overall, there's a good amount of gear to collect, and making the effort to unlock more is definitely worth your time, especially since complete sets grant additional bonuses. As a shark, most of your objectives simply boil down to eating a certain number of creatures or hunting specific targets, including apex predators like a mako shark. While it makes total sense, the result is that main story quests start to feel mundane pretty quickly as you repeat many of the same kills over and over. Thankfully, there are some side activities you can do, like searching for caches of resources, seeking out local landmarks, and collecting license plates that often require bold tactics like flopping out on land. They're nothing fancy, but they do encourage exploration and offer some nice upgrades.
A clock would hardly be the strangest thing ever retrieved from a crocodile's mouth.
As the name implies, terrorizing humans is a big part of Maneater. This includes destroying boats and jet skis and, of course, eating people. Aside from feasting in the water, you can also hop on land for a short amount of time, comically flopping around as you terrify those around you. However, attacking people also increases your notoriety among hunters. There are 10 infamy ranks, and each level has its own special bounty hunter, netting you special rewards if you take them down. It's an interesting idea, and it makes it feel like people actually care that you're causing so much trouble. Although most of the encounters feel pretty much the same until the last few, it's still a nice touch. For playing as a shark, there's actually a surprising amount of depth to the combat. Not only can you chomp down with your massive jaws, but you can also tail whip foes, ram boats, dodge, and even launch prey into other enemies. The combat encounters are mostly straightforward, but there are a few extra layers to look out for, like biting a foe when they're glowing to stun them for a short period of time. By no means will it blow you away, but considering the scenario, it's pretty impressive.
The corn-fed Colossus, Butcher Boy Brady.
Ultimately, Maneater's biggest flaw is repetition. What's here is good, and playing as a shark has never felt better. But activities can quickly feel routine as you do the same types of objectives over and over. Still, if you want to carve a bloody path of carnage as a horrifying shark, there's nothing quite like it.
Things are getting heated in this war of attrition between man and nature.
Easy Allies reviews are made possible by generous viewers just like you. If you like what you see, check out patreon.com/easyallies to help us make more. For just $1 a month, you can gain access to weekly updates, spoiler discussions, and exclusive shows.